मच लागई का, करहु हर्षि राम ही टीका। मंत्री मुदित सुनत प्रिय बानी, अभिमत बिरव परे उजनि पानी। बिनती सजीव करहि कर जोरी, जियहु जगत पति बरष करोरी। जग मंगल भल काजु बिचारा, देगी अनाथ न लाई अबारा। जपहि मोर सुनि सचिव सुबासा, भरत बारज लहि सुसाका। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। कहेउ भूप मुनि राज कर, जोई जोई आय सोई। राम राज अभिषेक हित, बेगी करहु सोई सोई। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। हर्षि मुनीश कहेउ मृदबानी, आनहु सकल सुतीरथ पानी। औषध मूल फूल फल पान, कहे नाम गनि मंगल नाना। चामर चरम बसन बहु भांति, रोम पात पद अगणित जाति। मणिगण मंगल वस्तु अनेका, जो जग जोगु भूप अभिषेका। तेर विहित कहि सकल विधाना, कहेउ रचुरपुर विविध विताना। सफल रसाल भोग फल केरा, रोपहु बिचन पुरा चहु पेरा। रचुर मंजु मनु चौकहु चारु, कहु बनावन बेगी बजारु। पूजहु गणपति गुर कुल देवा, सब विधि करहु भूमि सुर सेवा। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। ध्वज पताक तोरण कलश, सजहु तुरग रतना। सिर धरि मुनि वर बचन सबु, निज निज काज ही भार। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। जो मुनीश जहि आय सुदीना, सो तेहि काजु प्रथम जनु कीन्हा। विप्र सारु सुर पूजत राजा, करत राम हित मंगल काजा। सुनत राम अभिषेक सुहावा, बाज गहा गह अवर बरावा। राम सिया तन सगुन जनाए, पर कहि मंगल अंग सुहाए। पुलकित प्रेम परस पर कहि, भरत आगमन सूचत आहि। भये बुहत दिन अति अवसेरी, सगुन प्रतीति बेद प्रिय केरी। भरत सरीस प्रिय जो माही, इहि सगुन पलु दुसर नाई। राम ही बंधु सोचु दिन राजी, अदनिधि कंठ हृदय जहि बाजी। श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. तू है एक तू आनंद, तेरा आदि नहीं अंत, तू है एक तू आनंद, तेरा आदि नहीं अंत, तू है एक तू आनंद, तेरा आदि नहीं अंत, तू है एक तू आनंद, तेरा आदि नहीं अंत, गाते साधु और संत, ओ गाते साधु और संत, ओ गाते साधु
Live on 101.7 FM from the Chinmaya Ashram, the 37th night of Ramayana 108. Special thanks to all our corporate sponsors, TN Ramnath & Company Limited, The Little Store, 800 Eyes, and Arb Hargwat & Sons. Today's Dasha Doha chanting by members of the Triveni Mandir of Hard Bargain in Williamsville. On the Singhasan now, Swami Prakashananda, as he gets ready to begin his discourses.
सीताराम चरण रति मोरे,
श्री राम जय राम जय राम,
अनुदिन भर अनुग्रह तोरे,
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम,
सीताराम रामचंद्र गुण बरने लागा।
श्री राम जय जय रामा।
सुनत ही सीता कर दुख भागा।
श्री राम जय रामा।
रामचंद्र मारिज जब देखा।
श्री राम जय रामा।
राम चरण बारिज जब देखा।
श्री राम जय रामा।
तब निज जन्म सफल करि लेखा।
श्री राम जय रामा।
गुरु बिन भवनिधि तरई न कोई।
श्री राम जय रामा।
जाओ बिरंचि शंकर सम होई।
श्री राम जय रामा।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय रामा।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय रामा।
गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कपितजम्बो फलसारभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्। या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहार धवला। या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता। या वीणावरदण्डवन्दित करा। या श्वेतपद्मासना। या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता। सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती। सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती। निःशेष जाड्यापहार। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरं तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यम् श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
राम कथा के तेई अधिकारी जिनके सत्संगति अति प्यारी
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
नहीं कलिकर मन भगति विवेको राम नाम अवलंबन एको
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
राम एकता पसती अतारी नाम को तिखल कुमति सुधारी
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
कोमल चित अति दीन दयाला कारण बिनु रघुनाथ कृपाला
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
होई सोई जो राम रचि राखा को कर तर्क भावै साखा
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
कर्म प्रधान विश्व करि राखा जो जस करे सो तस फलु चाखा
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
काहू न को सुख दुख कर दाता निज कृत कर्म भोग सब भ्राता
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
बरे भाग्य मानुषतन पावा सुर दुर्लभ सब ग्रंथ निगावा की
जय।
जय। Okay, if you're joining us tonight for the first time, we have just completed the Bal Kaanda yesterday, and today we have to see Ayodhya Kaanda. Tulsidas ji writes 4 verses in the Mangalacharan of the 3 verses in Sanskrit and 1 is in Hindi, Avati, in this beginning of this Ayodhya Kaanda. So we'll just chant and then I'll tell you the meanings of these verses and then we'll continue there. Yasyanke cha vibhati bhudhara suta देवापगामस्तके
देवापगामस्तके
भाले बालविधुर्गले च गरलम्
भाले बालविदुर्गले च गरलम्
यस्योरसि व्यालरा
यस्योरसि व्यालरा
सोऽयं भूतिविभूषणः सुरवरः
सोऽयं विभूतिविभूषणसुरवरः
सर्वाधिपः सर्वदा
सर्वाधिपः सर्वदा
सर्वः सर्वगतः शिवः शशिनिभः
सर्वगतः शशि
श्रीशङ्कर पातु माम्
श्रीशङ्कर पातु माम्
यस्यांके च विभाति भूधरसुता. This is all the phrases refer to some aspect of Lord Shiva. So that is one phrase by itself. On whose half of his body dwells Parvati ji. You know, he's Ardhanarishwar. Half Shiva, half Parvati ji. Yasyanke ja vibhati bhutarasuta. Bhutarasuta is Parvati ji. So Lord Shiva is depicted as having half male, half female, like that. That phrase means that. Devapaga mastake. Devapaga means the river that has come from Devalok. That is Ganga. And that Ganga is mastake, on his head. Lord Shiva. That means what? The first verse is salutations, praises to Lord Shiva. Bhale bala vidur gale chagaralam. Bhale bala vidhu. On his forehead, the crescent moon. Bala vidhu. Small moon. Baby moon. That is like bala vidhu. And gale chagaralam. And his throat, poison. It's a blue throat. Neelakantha, you have heard. No? Galecha Garalam. Then Yasyo Rasi Vyalarat. And on whose chest, you know, a snake. Big snake. Wrap around his neck and then his front like that. On his chest. Soyam Bhuti Vibhushana. That Lord Shiva, who has as his ornament, Bhuti. Bhuti means Vibhuti from the Smashan. Means the ashes from the cremation site. Talk about recycling. He doesn't have to go and buy any. Lord Shiva doesn't have to go and buy any nice, ornaments. This is his ornament. Then Suravaraha, the best among the devatas. Suravaraha, Sarvadhipas Sarvada, master ruler of all of the devatas. Sarvada, always. Sharva, Sarvagata Shivaha. Sharva means the one who is the dissolver of this whole universe. He dissolves the whole universe. And he is Sarvagata. These are all very interesting words. I'm just telling the meaning. See, one thing is, we tell meaning. But I cannot, in this 108 days, reflect on every meaning of every word. I can just tell the meaning, isn't it? You have to also reflect. See, if he is the one, Sharvaha, see, just I'll show you how you have to do. He, Sharva, means the one who is responsible for dissolving the whole universe. But next word is Sarvagataha. Sarvagataha means he is all pervasive. But you think, dissolution is all pervasive or not? Which thing is not being destroyed in this world? Which thing is not waning in this world? Which thing is not dying out in this world? You know nothing in this world is permanent. That means what? Everything is going. This earth also. Or you think it will last forever? Or the scientists are telling our sun is burning out. So one day the sun will burn out and all the planets around the sun also will be gone. So how the two words are put together? Sharva. Sharvaha, the one who is responsible for its dissolution, and at the same time is Sarvagataha, means his power of dissolving is all pervasive at all times. Always, everything in the universe. Waning. Shivaha, the auspicious one. Shashinibhaha, and who resembles the moon. Shri Shankara Patumam, may that Bhagavan Shankara protect me. That is the prayer. Prasannatam yanagata bhishekataha tatha namam le vanavasa dukkhataha mukhambuja shri raghunandanasya me Satastu sa manjula mangala prada Prasannata. This is nowadays some salutations to Bhagavan Ram. May he shower his auspiciousness and grace on me. Manjula mangala prada. Me. On me. Which Rama? Such the most wonderful description of Bhagavan Ram. What is prasannatam yanagata bhishekataha? Means to say, when Bhagavan Ram heard that he was going to be, just now we'll see, today only, he is going to be crowned as Yuvraj. Prasannatam yana. He was not in any way celebratory or what you call excited, yeah, okay. Not in any way excited. I told you, na, cool, calm and collected. If you want to remember Bhagavan Ram, cool, calm and collected at all times. And then the next pada says, tatha namamle vanavasa dukkhataha. And also not perturbed by any of the hardships in Vanavas, when he is in exile in the forest. The summation of this line then is what? Bhagavan Ram maintains samatvam. Please, you don't forget this word. It's the biggest word in Bhagavad Gita. 2 letters, sama. Sama buddhir vishishyate. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Sukha dukhe same kritva lava lava jaya jaya. Sama, Bhagavan talks everywhere in Bhagavad Gita. And this is telling Arjuna. The whole Bhagavad Gita is balancing on the fulcrum of samatvam. Because in the beginning itself, Senayor Vayor Madhye, he tells Bhagavan, Rathopastha Upavishat. Put this chariot in the middle, between this army and this army. Chariot is in the middle. And Bhagavad Gita starts there only. Both of them, Arjuna, Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, they are neither on this side nor on this side. Samatvam. So, Bhagavan Ram is demonstrating. See, whatever is taught in Bhagavad Gita is demonstrated by Bhagavan Ram. When he is now given kingdom, He said, "Theek hai." When he is put in the forest, "Theek hai." That is Ram. One Mahatma, he was sitting under a tree one day like this. The police was chasing a burglar. Then that burglar took his bag of loot and deposited it with that Mahatma and ran away. So when the police came now, they saw this Mahatma with this bag of loot. Oh, they told, "So you're pretending to be Mahatma now?" They thought the burglar has now assumed the role of a Mahatma. You're pretending to be Mahatma? Come here. Then they grabbed him and they took him to the jail. And next morning they produced him in front of a judge. So the judge said, you stole this bag of loot. He said, "Your Honor, it is like this. By the grace of Bhagwan Ram, I was sitting under a tree. Then by the grace of Bhagwan Ram, some fellow came and deposited a bag of loot with me, valuables with me. By the grace of Bhagwan Ram, the police came and caught me. By the grace of Bhagwan Ram, they put me in jail. Last night I slept there. By the grace of Bhagwan Ram, now they produced me before you." The judge realized that this is some bhole bhale, simple Mahatma. He did not do anything. He said, "Okay, go home." And he said, "And by grace of Bhagwan Ram, now you let me go." Total samatvam, no disturbed about this. When they arrest, no disturbed, not disturbed. When the judge let him go, also not excited. Samatvam only. But Bhagwan Ram is described in that first line as Mukham Bhosha Shri Raghunandanasya Me Sadat Astu Mangala Manjula Mangala Prada. May he always bestow on me his auspiciousness and all that. Sadastu. Then this verse everybody knows. Nilam Bhujashya Malako Malangam
Nilambujasyam malako malangam
Sita Samaropitavam Bhagam
Sita samaropitavam bhagam
Pano Mahasayakacharu Chapam
Pano mahasayakacharu chapam
Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham
Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham
Nilambuja Shyamala Komalangam, whose limbs are Komal and Nilambuja Shyam, whose limbs means body, all limbs, and his body is like a blue lotus. And then Komal. Komal means soft and tender. That's why last night we were saying how Kausalya Maya was saying, this soft, tender Rama, how he killed this big Rakshas and Rakshasi and all. Subahu and Tadaka, tender little Rama. How he did this thing. So, Komalangam, all his limb, body and all that. Sita Samaropita Vama Bhagam, with Sita ji installed on his left side. Vama means left side. Vama. Then Pano Mahasayaka Charu Chapam, and in whose hands there is this great big bow and arrow. Mahasayaka Charu Chapam. Bow and arrow in his hands. Namami Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham. Salutations. I prostrate to that Rama who is Raghuvam Shanatham, the Lord of Raghuvamsha. His family is called as Raghuvamsh because of great ancestor called Raghu. Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raja Nijaman Mukura Sudhari Baranau Raghubar Bimala Jasu Jodayak Phalachari. I know everybody wanted to say Buddhi Natanujani ki after that, but I'm not here. In Hanuman Chalisa, there are two dohas in the beginning, like that. Huh? So, the first doha is repeated here in this Ramcharitamanas. The Hanuman Chalisa would have come, not so sure, before or after. But this same verse appears here and there. Shri Guru Charana Saratusidashi is, see in Balkand, he had worshipped Guru there also. Bhavani Shankarau Vande Shraddha Vishwasa Rupino Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti Siddha Swantastamishwaram Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankara Rupinam. In beginning of Balkand, last Kanda, he worshipped Bhagavan Shankar as the universal Guru, Guru of the whole world. So now in this Ayodhya Kand, he cannot just leave without also worshipping Guru. And then here, there was beginning, the starting of the Ramayana. So he needed Guru's blessings there to remove all the obstacles and all such things so that he can start this Ramayana. But see what he prays for here. He says, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja. Raja means dust. And dust of what? Feet. Which feet? Saroja Charan. Lotus feet of the Guru. Nijamanu Mukura Sudhari. This is a tremendous verse. And we are not going in all detail about it. That's why I'm telling, in your spare time, instead of studying all these soaps on TV, study Ramayana. Some people know all of these soaps so well. And they know what is coming and which is Bapre. So study Ramayana instead. He says, I take the dust from the lotus feet of my Guru and I cleanse the mirror of my mind. Cleanse the mirror of my mind. When you look in a mirror, who do you see? Your neighbor? You don't see your neighbor, isn't it? When you look in a mirror, you see your self. This is such a wonderful example which is given in the scriptures, and just a little bit of thinking. You don't have to do a lot of reflecting to see the greatness of this example. When we look into any ordinary mirror, I'm talking, just a mirror will come up again. Dasharatha Ji Maharaj will look in a mirror like this. When we look into a mirror, we only see our self. So, the mind here is considered to be as a mirror. And if the outside mirror, if it is dirty, when you look, what you'll see? Nothing. Our mind is like a mirror, and if that mind is clean, I will see myself. Which self? Inner self. Atma, which is one with Paramatma. If the mind is clean, if the mind is dirty, when I look, I'll see nothing. You only see, do din ka mela, jamela, like we chant, in that mind. So, it means then what? Tulsidaji is worshipping Guru for removing mala, impurities from the mind. Baranau Raghubara Bimala Jasu. I do salutations to the spotless glories of Bhagwan Ram. Unblemished glories of Bhagwan Ram. Baranau Raghubara Bimala Jasu. Jodayaka Phalachari. Which, if I remember, I get the fourfold fruits of life. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. It means to say, and we saw this in Balkand also, that remembering the glories. Ram Katha, that is what we are singing and chanting and all. That one gets all the fourfold fruits of life. Jabate Ram Byahi Ghar Aaye. Now this story picks up. After all this, until this Sri Guru Charana Sarojarja, there is Mangalacharan only. Now the story picks up. Huh? Ever since Rama got married and came to Ayodhya, Nitanava Mangalam Bodha Bathaye. Daily, some new joy. Everybody coming there and celebrating, as though the joy became more and more every day since Rama came back. Then, we saw some of it yesterday also. Tulsidas describes now in the first Doha. उर अभिलाषु अस कहई मनाई महेशु राम कहई मनाई महेशु आप अछत जुब राजपद रामई देव नरेश सिया कर
रामचंद्र की जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय शरण.
सबके उर अभिलाष. Everybody celebrating, everybody coming together, Ram Darshan, everybody coming to see all the newlyweds, and every day some new sort of joy happening there in Ayodhya. But then Tulsidas says, oh, this is first Doha, all people, sabke ur abhilashu asa. Everybody's heart had this one longing. What longing? And for this longing, to fulfill this longing, Kai Manai Mahesh, they also worship Lord Shiva to get this desire fulfilled. And what was that? Apu Achata Jubaraj Pada Ramahi Devu Nares. That the king Nares, Dasharath Maharaj, would crown Rama as Yuvaraj. When? Apu Achata. In our lifetime. We want to see that before we die. Like that. People have all sorts of desires before they die, but this is noble desire. Before I die, such and such thing will happen. Ek samay sab sahit samaja Raj Sabha Raghuraju Biraja. Then Dasharath Maharaj also praised Bhagwan Ram, and in front of his whole sabha, and people kept talking and this and that, everybody. Now see, the people prayed to who? Lord Shiva. And it is as though, Lord, you see, hoi hi soi jo Rama rachi rakha. Only what Bhagwan dictates, that will happen. All the people together praying for this Abhishek to take place, for this coronation to take place. Well, it so happens, now you see, just before number 2. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Rai Subhai Mukur Karalina Badanu Biloki Mukut Samakina
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shravan Samip Bhaye Sut Kesa Shravan Samip Bhaye Sit Kesa Manahu Jarthapan Asa Upadesa
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Drip Jub Raj Ram Kahu Dehu Jeevan Jan सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. Raya Subhaya Mukur. See? Nija Manu Mukura Sudhari. Just now we saw. Mukur. Mukur is mirror. Huh? Shisha sometimes you see also. Mukur. Then, let me see what translation is given here. I will tell you just now. Darpan. Yes, that is also mirror. How many words for mirror? In English, how many words for mirror? Mirror only. Yeah. Then? Looking glass. Huh? What? In Hindi language, there's so many words for one thing. It's like that. Darpan word is given. I just told you shisha. Then, yeah, mukur. Anyway. Raya Subhaya Mukur Kara Linha. And see Subhaya word Tulsidashi uses. Huh? The king just, let me tell you in Trini language. Then you will understand exactly what I'm saying. Huh? Subhaya word is being used. The king just pick up a mirror jesso. Now how to tell that in English? You see? The Trini language, I tell you, wonderful. I cannot tell that in English. Jesso, he pick up a mirror. Just like that. Huh? Subhai. I mean, this is the bhav you get from reading the. Meaning what? So just now the people were praying. This is the rudiments of a big thing that is going to happen. He picked up the mirror in his hand. Then, Badano biloki mukutu sama kinha. If you read the words carefully, he was just looking at his face. And then he realized that the crown little tilted, so he fixed the crown. Straightened the crown a little bit. Then, when he straightened the crown, Shravana Samip Bhaye Sita Kesa. He noticed, Sita means white, Shweta. By the side of his, next to his hairs, right on the side here, he noticed that the hair had turned gray. That means he wear hair, rest of the hair was black. Because it specifically tells Shravana Samip, near the ears. Shravana Samip means close. Shravan here means hair. Bhayasita kesa, white hair. Manahu jarathapanu asa upadesa. As though now, old age was giving him some message. Now see, some people say the white hair was giving him some message because that is next to his ear. And some people say the old age was giving him some message. Because the verse is written, Jarathapanu. Jarathapanu means old age. Asa Upadesha, giving some message. So, it is the old age was speaking through the white hair. That is the idea. Huh? Old age is speaking through the white hair into his ear. Nripa, Jubaraj Ram Kahu Dehu. What Upadesh? O king, give the kingdom to Rama. Like that. Make Rama the crown prince. Like that. Jubaraj Ram Kahu Dehu. Jivan Janma Lahu Kin Lehu. And reap the fruit of this life. That is the idea. Give this kingdom to Rama. This is what, now see, there are so many things in this little passage that you have to reflect on, all of us have to reflect on. One thing which is there is something which we are all very bad at, and that is successorship. Succession. Passing things on. We are not very good at that at all, because we hold on to things as though we will think. Second thing is, the old age is giving message, but the message which it is giving is a message of wisdom also. Old age and wisdom, the two things are connected. Means we have gone through all of life's vagaries of life, then we learn many a lesson. And then that time, nobody wants to listen also. We get the lesson, but nobody wants to listen to the lesson. But good thing. Now, it is said also, third thing. The old age will give the lesson, right? Dasharatji Maharaj is Jaratupan is giving the lesson to him. And if I have lived a dharmic life, when old age gives the lesson, because I have lived a dharmic life, I will be able to learn the lesson and take it to heart. But if I have lived a life of adharma, old age will give the lesson also. But then, he'll learn nothing. This is the idea. Now, see, Dasharatji Maharaj, when he heard this message, as though, immediately, now see, in the Doha, in one chopai, in one line, the message is being given. See the next line. The teaching is being given by old age. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Yah vicharur anindripu sudin su avasaru pai prema pulak tan mudit mana gurahi sunaya ujai siyavar
Ramachandra ki Jai Sharanam Sitarama. Siyavar Ramachandra ki Jai Sharanam Sitarama. Siyavar Ramachandra ki Jai Sharanam Sitarama.
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय. यह विचारु और आनिंद्रप सुदिन सुअवसरु पाई. He waited for an auspicious moment. And then, prema pulaki tana muditat mana gurahi sunaya upjai. He went to the home of the Guru. So, in other words, you just see, Prakriti, nature, life, whatever you want to call it, life in general gives teachings to all and sundry equally. But some people get it and some people don't get it. Correct or not? See, but Dasharatji Maharaj is called Dharma Dhurandhar Dasharatji Maharaj. The one who is the defender, upholder of dharma. Immediately now, he goes to his Guru, and there, Premam Pulaki Tana Mudita Mana Gurahi Sunayau Jai. He went there to tell the Guru what? That we should crown Rama as Yuvraj. What is Yuvraj in English? Crown Prince, yes. The crown, you should make him the crown prince, means the one who is going to succeed his father. Kaivalu Suniya Muninayak. That he told to the Guru why he had come there. Sabahi Rama Priya Jehi Vidhi Mohi. And many verses Tulsidas tells. And then, after number 3, he talks to the Guru and all of that, and to make sure that he has come in the right time and the Guru is receptive to what he is going to tell and all of that. Huh? After number 3. Sab vidhi Guru prasanna jiya jani.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
Bole urao rahasi mridu bani.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
Nath Ram kari ahi jubaraju.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
कहिए कृपा करी करिया समाजू.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
जय रघुराम.
Jai Raghurama.
जय सीताराम.
Jai Sita Rama.
जय श्री राम.
Jai Shri Rama.
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. सब विधि गुरु प्रसन्न जिया जानी. Knowing that the Guru was very receptive to listening to a very serious matter. Bole urau rahasi mridu bani. Very sweet, soft words. The Raja Dasharath Maharaj told the Guru, Nath Ram kariyahi jubaraju. Kahiya kripa kari kariya samaju. You just tell the word and we will make everything ready. And see, we spoke on some of the previous nights also about communication and telling. No beating around the bush and all. Nath. In one line, he found that the Guru was receptive. Next line, Nath Ram Kariyahi Jubaraju. In Kota Chopai. He told what he came there for. In Trinidad, it works like that. You go there, first you have to say good morning. And if the other person doesn't say good morning, you say, what happened? You're there for what? Training people is a strange group, eh? Good morning. What are you saying there, boy? Best thing is just get right to the point. Get right to the point. In Kota Chopa, he told why he came there. It's so good. Communication is so wonderful. All you have to do, my dear Guru, is you tell and we will get everything arranged. Mohi achata yahu hoi uchahu. In my lifetime, this will make me so happy. Lahi log sabal lochana lahu. And all the people will be so happy also. He tells to the Guru. And then there's one more thing. See, even though he came and he expressed this desire, what? Let us make Rama as Yuvraj, crown prince. Even though this is what he came there for, to tell the Guru. Dasharath Maharaj is so sincere before the Guru, he tells exactly what is in his heart. That he doesn't leave anything untold. See in the next chopai. पुनि न सोच तनु रहु कि जाऊ.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
जेहि न होई पाछे पछिताऊ.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
सुनि मुनि दशरथ बचन सुहाए.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama.
मंगल मोद मूल मन भाए.
Shri Ram Jai Ram
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Syavar Ramachandra ki jai. Puni na soch tanu rahahu ki nai. Rahahu ki nai. See, meaning I don't know if this body will remain or not. In other words, when he got the message from old age through the hair, Dasharatha Maharaj thought like any human being should think that we are not here for ever, you know. And the other thing is, we could go today, tomorrow, the next day, isn't it? Today also. Today what means next moment. This minute, next minute, or the other minute. Like that. Puni na soch, so then I don't have to think. See, while I am alive, let me do this thing. So then I don't have to think whether this body will remain or not, and then I'll see Bhagwan Ram's, then I'll see Rama's coronation and this and that. But he, in other words, the message of death had come to his mind. That is the idea. And he divulges that also to the Guru. It is an amazing thing how people feel that they'll never die. That is a strange thing. Jehina hoi pache pachitai. And let us do it now so that later on I don't have to regret. Kal kare so, aaj kare. Aaj kare so, ab. What has to be done tomorrow, do it today. And what has to be done today, do it now. Suni Muni Dasharatha, when the Guru, the Muni heard Dasharathaji's words, Bachana Suhai's beautiful words, then Mangala Mod Moola Mana Bhai, the Rishi's heart welled up. Dasharathaji Maharaj spoke very clearly, succinctly, direct to the point, and also told everything that was there in his heart, in other words. Sunundripa, and the Guru also gives nice upadesh. He takes every opportunity to give some upadesh to all of us. Sunundripa jasubi mukha pachitahi. Jasu bhajana bin jarani na jahi. Bhayau tumhar tanaya soi Swami. Ram punita prema anugami. Who has become your son? You are so fortunate, the Guru tells. You are so fortunate. Who has become your son? Rama has become your son. The Lord of the universe himself. Who is that Lord? That Lord is the one who, if anybody turns against, that person will always regret. That person will always regret turning against. That Lord. The one who, without worshipping, the burning of our heart, the agony and the anguish and pain and suffering and sorrow and all these things which we have in this sansar will never go away. That Ram, he has become your son. In other words, he is using it to praise Dasharatha Maharaj and all, to have such a great son. But then in the praise, there is the exaltation of God, Bhagwan. What is the exaltation? That Bhagwan is such that if we don't worship that Lord, agony and pain and suffering from our heart will never go away. If we don't worship that Lord, we will regret in future. That is the idea. The king, the Rishi now, the Guru, says to Dasharatha Maharaj, this is number 4. विलंबु न करिय नृप साजिय सबुई समाजु राम साजिय सबुई समाज सुदिन सुमंगल तबहि जब राम हो ही जुबराज सिया वर रामचंद्र जी
जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान की
vilambu na kariya, O Nripa, O king. Don't delay then. Don't delay anymore. Sajya, sabui samaj. Get everything all together. The next line is very interesting. Sudina, sumangalu, tabahi jaba, Ram hoi jubaraj. That day is indeed auspicious. That day is indeed great day. Which day? The day when Rama becomes crowned. When Rama becomes Yuvaraj, crown prince. So two things are there in the words of the Guru. One is, get everything ready fast. But the Guru did not tell, certainly Rama will become Yuvaraj now. Doesn't tell. He says, great is that day. Auspicious will be that day when Rama will become Yuvaraj. Now there's something in the words of the Guru, isn't it? He doesn't tell definitely, certainly your son will become Yuvraj. No. No such thing. No such assurance is given by the Guru. Then, Muditas Mahipati Mandir Aye, and with great joy now, the king returned home. Sevaka Sachiva Sumantru Bolai, and he called his minister Sumantra. And see, in number 4, the Guru is telling, you'll get everything ready. And great will be that day when Rama will become Yuvaraj. And in the next line, Mudita Mahipati Mandir Aye, Dasharathji returned home with great joy. Usually in that case, Tulsidas will write, Dasharathji then prostrated to the Guru and said, "Oh Guru, can I leave now?" And like that. And then he'll go home. But in one line, he's telling, the Guru is telling, great will be that day. And then next line, Dasharathji Maharaj reach home. And then, okay, Guruji, I'm going on prostration, these are all a long thing, not there. So I was wondering, what happened? How he left it out? The disciple doesn't do salutation to the Guru, prostration before leaving and taking his permission and this and that. Only to find out later on, the Guru went with him. The Guru also went to the palace. Therefore, there is none of that. You see, so the king went, but the Guru also went. That you'll find out just now. Sevaka Sachiva Sumantra Bolai. And Dasharathji Maharaj called Sumantra, who is the chief minister there. And then, Kai Jai Jeeva Si Satinanaye Bhupa Sumangala Bachana Suhai. And the king divulged to Sumantra. In North India, in the Bhojpuri belt, from UP going all the way east to Bihar and all, right? Where they speak Bhojpuri and all. They always add something to your name to make it more affectionate. They'll add something to your name. So that adding makes it sound very, very affectionate. So Sumantra is his name. But it's Sumantru. They change it, Sumantru, like that. Now, see, all the people who are there, my age and older, you will know. When you were children in the villages and all, they used to add in the Bhojpuri, Wah. So if your name is Dinesh, Are Dinesh Wah. Kahan jaibe? Dinesh Wah. They'll add that Wah to make it more affectionate and all. I don't know if they still do. Nobody does anymore, I think. Anyway, Sumantru, he called him, and he told him the happy news that the Guru said such and such. Mudita. Then, Tulsidas here. जो पाँच ही मत लागे नीका।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
करहु हरषि राम हितिका।
श्री राम जय जय राम।
जो पाँच ही मत लागे नीका।
श्री राम जय जय राम।
करहु हरषि राम हितिका।
श्री राम जय राम।
श्री राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय जय राम।
जय रघुराम।
जय रघुराम।
जय सीताराम।
जय सीताराम।
जो पाँच ही मत लागे नीका. If the, see, this is a very interesting phrase, jo panch hi mat. It seems, and you would be familiar with something here in Trinidad called as panchayat. Have you heard panchayat? Panchayat is still very much alive in India. Panchayat. And it has a kind of general structure. In the village, they will have 5 older heads or 5 wiser people who will form the panchayat. 5 is like a kind of general number, like a guiding number of wise people who make decisions for the village and who make take bold steps and that kind of thing, gives permission and so many things. They do. So here, Dasharatji Maharaj is telling to Sumitra that Sumantra that jau panchahi mat lage nika. If the 5, the group of 5 thinks it is proper, then what? Karahu harashi hiya ramahi tika. Then make Ram as the Yuvraj. Do the Abhishek of Ram, or do the coronation of Ram. So, in other words, it seems as though even in the kingdom, he had 5 groups which he considered to be people who lead or people who are to be consulted and all of that. A group of 5. So the 5 number for make decisions and all that kind of thing seems to be running all the way up to the kingdom, to the kingship also. And then he tells to the minister, Sumantru, Kaeu Bhoop Muriraj Kara Joy Joy Ayasu Hoi. Whatever the Guru tells, Ram Raja Abhishek Hit Begi Karau Soi Soi. Let the Guru now direct the whole program henceforth. Let Vasishtha Maharaj direct the whole program henceforth for the coronation of Bhagwan Ram. And so the Guru now tells all the various things that are required for this coronation. Harashi Muni Sakahe Umridu Bani Anahu Sakala Sutirat Pani. This is something which is followed even today. The Guru tells, go to all the holy places and collect holy water. Tirat. From all the holy rivers across India. You know, in our Ganga Thara here, where we go, there, waters from all the holy rivers of India was collected and buried there in Ganga Thara. So that comes from Ramayana actually. For this Abhishek, for this coronation, go and collect water from all the holy rivers. There, everywhere. This is the first instruction the Guru gave. Vasishtha Maharaj gave. And then aushadha, mool, pool, phala, pana, all the various type of herbs and fruits and roots and so many things have to be collected. He gave all the directions. Puja hi ganapati gura kula deva sababidhi karahu bhumi sura seva. And they did worship to Guru, Ganesh and the Kula Devata and all of that. Sunata Ram Abhishek Suhava Bajagaha Gaha Avadad Badhava. And in the whole of Ayodhya now the news spread, and well, Ayodhya people like to make a lot of music, all the drums and horns and trumpets and all the various type of things started immediately. At the same time, Rama's right side throbbed and Sitaji's left side throbbed. Well, Tulsidaji, Rama Sitana Saguna Janaye, then Parakahi Mangala Angas Suhaye. So what Rama thought, oh, my dear Bharat is coming. So that is a good sign which I am getting. My Bharat has gone to his Nana's house like that. And when he got the right side throbbing, in other words, how much Rama loves Bharat. Bharata agamanu suchaka ahahi. This is a sign that Bharat is coming. Bharat is not here. And then, Rama is not thinking about Abhishek and all of this. Nothing. His expression of love for Bharat. Then the queen says, Ehi avasaras mangala parama suni rahaseu ranivasu sobhata lakhi bidu Bharata janu barithi bichi bilasu. When the queens heard in the palaces, it is like when the ocean sees a full moon, then ocean swells up. It's even that. Look here. Tulsidas ji is in Ayodhya and Chitrakoot and Varanasi. This is the furthest away you could get from the ocean in India. But it's right in the middle of the country. This side, eastern side, the ocean is so far, and western side, the ocean so far. And he's writing, and he knows that the moon causes the oceans to swell. And because he's writing from a Vedic tradition. In the Vedas, this is there. That the moon causes the ocean to high tide and low tide and all that kind of thing. But he said, when the queens heard, it was like the moon rose and the ocean welled up like that. This is the idea. Prathamaja bachana suhai. The first person who brought the news to the queen, they got the most done. That means good news you should always bring. Bhushana basana bhuritina paye. They got so much. When now everybody found out from Ayodhya, people were playing a lot of music and this and that, and the queens found out, and the minister found out, and everybody. And Rama did not find out. The one who gets right side beating, he thinks Bharat is coming. Ram Raj Abhishek Suni, Hiya Harashe Naranari, all men and women became happy hearing this. Lage Sumangala Sajana, Sababidhi Anukula Bichari. But then, this is after number 8. Taba Narana Basishtu Bulaye.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
राम धाम सिख देन पठाए.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
गुर आगमन सुनत रघुनाथा. Ramachandra ki jai. Tar naranaha Vasishtu bolaye. Then the king called Vasishta Maharaj, the Guru, and Ramatham Sikatena Pathaye. O Guru, you better go and tell this Rama. Because if I go, I might be able to tell him all about kingship and war and sovereignty and this and that. But if you go, you might give him some divine advice, you know. You better go and tell this Ram. And the Guru gladly went there. In other words, Dasharatha Maharaj, who was decided to make Rama Yuvraj, he didn't go to tell Rama. Everybody found out except Rama also now. Now the Guru goes, Guru agamanu sunnata raghunatha dwar ai padanaya mata. He heard that the Guru was coming. Somebody told, are you Guru coming? Rama rushed to the door and there met the Guru and did pranam to the Guru. Then the Guru now tells this news to Ram. But before that, the Guru himself, when he sees the hospitality and the reception of Rama, this Vasishta Maharaj is always using this type of phrase. Let's see, this is in number 9. Suni saneha sane bachana Muni raghubir prasam Sri Rama Muni राम कसन तुम कहूँ अस हंस बंस अवतंस सिया बर रामचंद्र की जय शरणम
पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सिया रामचंद्र की जय शरणम।
सुनि सनेह साने बचन मुनि रघु बरहि प्रशंस. The reception from Rama and his grace and his quietude and his just his personality alone. The Muni says, Ram kasana tum kahu asa hamsa bansa avatansa. Why you would not be Rama? How you will not be Rama with this type of personality, with this type of tenderness, with this type of love, with this type of grace, with this type of balance and samatvam? How you will not be the Surya Vamsha Hamsa? And also the jewel of this. How you will not be, in other words. Who else will be? Like that type of question. How you will not be with this type of qualities. That is the idea. The qualities of Rama are such that even sage Vasishta is so amazed. And it's only after all of these praises, Bhupa Sajeu Abhishek Samaj Chahat Dena Tumahi Jubaraj. Then he tells, the king wants to make you Yuvraj. After praising Rama and all that, Tulsidaji's comment is, Guru Sikha Dei Raya Pahi Gayau Rama Hridaya Asa Bismaya Bhayau. Rama's heart got Bismaya. Bismaya is a big word. Bismaya means utter loss, like that. When he heard this. What is given in English? Bismaya means shaking. Yeah, at a loss. And Bismaya Vayu. And why? Very interesting. Now see the next Chaupai. जन्म एक संग सब भाई, भोजन शयन के लीलरिकाई।
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
करण वेद उप बीत बिआहा, संग संग सब भय उछाहा।
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम,
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
विमल वंश यह अनुचित एकु, बंधु बिहाई बड़े ही अभिषेकु।
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
प्रभु प्रेम पछि तानि सुहाई, हरहु भगत मन कै कुतिलाई।
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
बोलो राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
बोलो राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
राजा राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम।
श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। जन्म भगवान Ram muses, he thinks. Look at this. The conclusion actually is in the next chopai. He says, Bimala bansayah anuchita eku. There is one undesirable thing in this spotless dynasty. This family lineage. There is one defect. What is that? Brothers who, and now you come back, Janme ek, who born together, brothers. Sang sab bhai. Janme ek sang sab bhai. Bhojan sayan ke liarikai. We ate together, slept together, played together, fought together. Karana bhed. Got our heirs pierced together. Upavit, we got Janev together. Biyaha, we got married together. Sanga sababhaye uchaha. Together we celebrated and enjoyed and everything. But Bimalaban Sayahu Anuchita Eku. There is one shortcoming, one defect in this dynasty, in this family. What is that? Bandhu bihai badehi abhisheku. The oldest, leaving the other younger ones behind, gets this kingship. That is a defect. When all together we are coming, all together, time for Abhishek, the oldest leaves these behind and takes. Prabhu Saprem Pachitani Suhai. Tulsidaji's comment. The comment is very nice. Bhagwan regrets. He feels bad or whatever. Like that. But look. What type of rule is there in this family? But Tulsidaji trying to explain why the Lord will play a role like this, a role of regretting, a role of feeling bad, a role of feeling that somehow the other brothers have been shortchanged. Why Bhagavan is feeling this agony in his heart? And Tulsidaji says, Prabhu Saprema Pachitani, seeing Bhagavan's regret and the agony in his heart, he says, Harau Bhagata Manake Kutilai. May this suffering of Bhagavan Ram, or the regret or the agony in his heart, may that serve to remove the dementations of our mind. means the devotee, the bhagat. In other words, when I see how Bhagavan Ram is feeling bad because he has gotten the prize and the others did not get the prize, and he feels bad because of that. When I reflect on that, ponder on that, think about that, that will remove the impurities of my heart. Because to see the simplicity and the total detachment from any kingdom and power and all that in Bhagwan's mind, that will bring simplicity to me, that will bring detachment to me. That is the idea. Kutilai means all the dementations of my mind. To see that, he said, let it serve to be like that only. Then, in the last Doha for today, ते अवसर आए लखन मगन प्रेम आनंद सन्माने प्रिय बचन कही रघुकुल कैरव चंद्र सियावर
रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम सीताराम
सियावर रामचंद्र जी की
जय शरणम सीताराम
सियावर
रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम सीताराम
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. Tehi avasar. And that time now, and the Guru is telling like this, and Lakshmanji, Rama is feeling bad. Lakshmanji comes. Tehi avasar aaye lakhana magana prem anand. Lakshman is drowned in joy. Sanmane priya bachana kahi ragukula kairava chand. He does salutations to Bhagwan Ram and all that. Now, the news had spread everywhere, and the one who is to be crowned, news had not come to him, now it has come. And now that is good news for everybody. But Bhagavan had already smiled, I told you, na? When everybody was celebrating, Bhagavan had already smiled. Well, we'll see what that smile does tomorrow. Okay. Make a few. Today we had chanting from Nadira and members of the Triveni Mandir again. Thank you all so much for coming in. And if there are groups and people who want to chant the 10 dohas before we begin every night, you can do so. It's not closed off. Those who have chanted already, I'm sure they will give opportunity to you who have not chanted. All right? It's a great opportunity to come and chant 10 dohas of Ramayana. Today our sponsor for meals and all such things is anonymous. I have always read this anonymous, but I have never seen who is this anonymous. I never met this anonymous. And what kind of name he have? Anonymous. Tomorrow we will be at the Sivda Sadhu temple in the sea. Tomorrow, satsang. Okay. Delayed broadcast of last Wednesday's satsang. Tomorrow, Sunday 20th and Heritage 101.7. Time is not given. 6 a.m. p.m. a.m. 6 a.m. Delayed broadcast of last Wednesday's satsang. That is the day we had the blackout. Even though we had a blackout, the satsang still went on, and it is very well recorded, and it is going to be broadcast on tomorrow, Sunday 20th. Okay, 6 a.m. Shiv Ganga Yatra on 27th will be circumambulating Hanumanji 108 times. Okay. Please join 27 from 4 a.m. Jalpan extravaganza, we're having our food fair on Sunday, March 6th from 12 noon to 4 p.m. here at the ashram. If you can make donations of ingredients, you're most welcome to do so. We'll be grateful. Char ki chai daily from 4 to 6 p.m. Come and have unlimited chai with samosa and dessert of the day. Char ki chai. Then Saturdays from 9 to 11 a.m. we have online program for children, sanskarization of children. Okay. They learn Sanskrit and learn bhajans and stories and mantras and all such things. Okay. See you all tomorrow at Sivdas Sadhu Temple in the sea. आरती के लिए सब खड़े हो जाइए. आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की. आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की. तावत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद वाल्मीकि विज्ञान विशारद. सुख सनकादिशेष सारद, वरनि पवन सुत कीरति नीकी.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की. आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की.
गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश, छौ शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन को रस. मुनिजन धन संतन को सर्वस, सार अंश सम्मत सब ही की.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की. आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की.
तावत संतत शंभु भवानी, अरुघत संभव मुनि विज्ञानी. व्यास आदि कवि वर्ज बखानी, आग भुषुंड करोड़ के ही की.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की. आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की.
कलिमल हरनि विषय रस फीकी, सुभग सिंगार मुक्ति जुवती की. हर निरोग भव मूली अमी की, गत मात सब विधि तुलसी की.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की. आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम.
मंगलम भगवान विष्णु, मंगलम गरुड़ध्वजः, मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्षं, मंगलायतनो हरिः. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हरि ओम
Coming to you live from the Chinmaya Ashram, Calcutta Road number 1, Macbean Village, Kuva, night 37 of Ramayana 108. Tonight's broadcast came to you with the kind compliments of T.N. Ramnathan Company Limited, The Little Store, 800 Eyes, and R. Bhagwat and Sons. We say a special thank you to all our corporate sponsors for assisting us with spreading the word of Dharma across the land and indeed across the world, with our international listeners logged onto our Facebook page, our website, and all our social media. We say a special thank you to all of us for joining you, to all of you for joining us tonight. We invite you to join us tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for a delayed broadcast of Wednesday night's satsang, and of course tomorrow night at 6:30, as Swamiji mentioned, we would be live from the Siddha Sadhu Temple in the sea. Tonight we had the Ramayana chanting by members of the Triveni Mandir, Hardbag in Williamsville, as they did the first 10 verses of the Ayodhya Kaanda. And tomorrow chanting will continue from Doha 11. From the Chinmaya Ashram, this is Andy Sergio saying thank you once again and returning you to the studios of 1017 and DJ Robin for continued programming. Hari Om, good night, Sitaram.